People often say everything happens for a reason, and that reason always leads to something good. But when life pushes us to the edge, when loss clouds everything we see, do we still have enough faith to believe in that? On a quiet morning in an ancient forest, where sunlight filtered gently through the thick canopy, a young man came running toward the base of a giant tree. There, beneath its vast shade, sat a serene monk, motionless, as if he had become one with the earth itself. The young man collapsed at the monk's feet, his tears mixing with the dust below, his voice trembling with despair. "Master, I've lost everything. While traveling through the forest, thieves attacked and stole all my belongings, my money, my supplies, everything. I have nothing left. I can't return home. I can't go on. My life is over." The monk didn't flinch, nor did he offer hollow comforts. Instead, he gently placed a hand on the young man's shoulder and spoke in a calm, steady voice. "Don't despair, my child. Everything that happens for a good reason." The young man looked up, eyes red with grief and frustration. "How can you say that? I've lost it all. There's nothing left. How could this possibly be good?" The monk merely smiled, as if he had heard such reactions many times before. Then he began to tell a story. Long ago, in a quiet village, there lived a poor farmer with his wife and young son. They had only a small, run-down hut and a few sacks of rice. Then, one day, a massive flood came, sweeping away everything they had. The father fell to his knees, crying out, "We've lost everything. Why has the heavens forsaken us?" But the young boy simply smiled and said, "Don't worry, father. I believe everything happens for a reason." Enraged, the father shouted, "If you say that again, you are no longer my son." And with that, he cast the boy out of the house. Tears streaming down his face, the boy left the village with a shattered heart. Years later, the father, now a wanderer seeking work in the city, was stunned to find that same son, now a successful merchant. The young man said, "If the flood hadn't come, if you hadn't sent me away, I wouldn't have had the chance to change my life. And now, I can take care of you and mother." The monk paused, letting the weight of the story settle into the young man's heart. "You see, my child," the Buddha once said, "when one door closes, another opens. If we know how to look with mindfulness, today's sorrow may be the seed of tomorrow's blessings." The young man remained quiet, though the shadows in his eyes had faded somewhat. The monk reached into his robe and pulled out a small object, a glimmering stone. "I found this in the forest. It's no ordinary stone. It's a rare and precious gem. Take it to the city, sell it, and start your life anew. If you hadn't been robbed, you wouldn't have come here. And if you hadn't come here, I wouldn't have had the chance to give this to you." The young man took the stone, his hands trembling. Tears welled up again, not from grief, but from awakening. The Buddha taught, in every circumstance, if the mind remains still, the path will reveal itself. Today, you've lost everything, but perhaps you've been given something greater, a second chance. Born not from luck, but from faith and perseverance. The young man stood up, bowed deeply, and left. Beneath the tree, the monk sat still, as if no one had ever come and no story had ever been told. But a seed had been planted. Because in this life, some gifts are hidden inside the wrapping of loss. Some turning points only come when we stray from our familiar paths. What matters most is never to lose our trust in life, because everything truly happens for a reason.